everyone, Janie here with an update on my previous review of Pink and Main Card Cut Essentials die sets 3 and 4 and the card sketches that you can get to go with them. I would like to start off by saying thank you to Michelle of Pink and Main for all of the work she puts into making those sketches and for correcting them. Here I'm showing the original set and the corrected set. In the original set of the card sketches, some of them were made the reverse direction of the cutting dies, which was very disappointing and frustrating. And I'm not going to show you all of the sketches because that would just be wrong. You'll have to buy them or get them when you buy the cutting dies as a bundle. So the original sketches actually made me feel like the dies had been created upside down or backwards. But as you can see, now that the sketches have been corrected, the dies line up the same direction as the sketches. And even though I was brokenhearted because I really liked the original sketches, but after looking at the corrected ones for a while, I've come to like those just as much. And I do think some of them looked better the old way, but I also think some of them look better the new way. And now for Michelle's suggestion for the cutting dies and my opinion on that. Michelle left a comment on my previous review stating that if you lay your 6x6 paper within the cut lines, it should be okay. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate here with this 6x6 piece of paper. And here I'm showing you that the die is taller than the paper. So for this first demonstration, I'm using my Cuttlebug plates because both plates are clear and the one already has cut marks on it. So this way I can have the cutting die facing up so I can see what I'm doing. And it's still a little fiddly for my taste, trying to get it lined up just right. And then using washi tape to hold everything in place so that it doesn't move, because I guarantee you it moves if you don't. And I'm keeping everything in real time, so nothing has been sped up or slowed down. And I'll be real honest, I'm not this patient to do this on a regular basis. I like to just place my cutting dies down and run them through the machine without having to spend so much time making sure it's lined up, because with this particular process you're watching, it has to be precise or the edges of your die cuts will not be even. By the way, I'm not going to be wasting any of my paper by putting these through my die cutting machines. I'm just showing you the process of lining up your 6x6 paper within the cutting lines of the cutting die like Michelle suggested. Okay, now let's take a look at how this works if you use a magic mat because you do not want cut marks on your clear die cut plates. I'm going to show you right now the only way that I can see doing it. So, as we already know, you just can't place it on your paper face down because you can't see if it's lined up within the cutting edges. So you have to turn it over, cut side up with your paper facing down and line up the edges just like I did for the Cuttlebug plates. And again, you need to use washi tape to attach it, but you don't want to attach it to the mat because we're going to be turning this over, so the washi tape has just that very skinny piece of metal to attach itself to, so you have to be very careful when you lift that up and turn it over so that it's face down on the mat. And all I can say is that I hope nothing moves when I turn that over. But there's no way I'm going to leave the cutting side up because it will leave cut marks on my clear acrylic plate. Okay, now let's talk about what's different between sets 1 and 2 and sets 3 and 4. For this, I'm just showing set 1, and you'll see that the difference is the size. Set 1 and 2 cutting dies are just a hair over 5 3/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches, so they were made for the entire die to nicely sit on top of a 6x6 piece of paper or cardstock and still have a slight edge so that you don't have to fiddle with lining it up. So, in my opinion, sets 1 and 2 are absolutely perfect, and I guess I was expecting the same with sets 3 and 4. Okay, now it's time for my final thoughts, and I've made this review update as a courtesy to Michelle and Pink and Main. So, out of these 4 sets, I absolutely love sets 1 and 2, and I love that sets 1 and 2 come with all of those extra cutting dies. And even set 3 has a couple of layering dies and a few others, but set 4 does not. It just comes with the 1/2 circle. I wish that sets 3 and 4 were more like sets 1 and 2, so I stand by my original review of these die sets, and I hope that Pink and Main make more, but will make them like they did sets 1 and 2. I hope that this update review was helpful, and thank you all so much for stopping by, and happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.